And this is it. So we've got almost to Leeds and it decides to rain just as we get there. Thankfully it wasn't the whole way up here, but even still, the amount of rain that we've had is still putting a bit of a miserable turn on the day. But hopefully by the time the bike's picked up, we won't have any further issues with the weather and we can ride home in the dry. Right, so we finally made it to Padgett's Suzuki up here in sunny Leeds. As you can see, it is miserable. It's just started to rain as well. It's not a day to be coming out and collecting the bike. However, we made it, and this is what Adam has got. He's got the Yamaha FZ8. Swapped it for his Triumph Street Triple, which is all the way over there in the distance. No longer his. So yeah, he's going to have a nice comfortable ride home on his new bike. And hopefully a bit more protection as well, because this weather is just vile. So we're going to stop filming here, we're going to pop down the road to Kawasaki, have a quick look in there, probably tempt myself to go get a nice comfy touring bike, because yeah, as much as I love the Suzuki, I am not looking forward to another 6 hours on the road. So we just pulled in at a service station, about 15 minutes away from where Adam picked up his new Yamaha FZ8 phaser. So how are you finding it?
It's super comfy.
Yeah?
Super comfy.
Is it a lot more comfy than the Triumph Street Triple R?
The only noticeable thing, like I said earlier when I picked it up, it's got the same power ratio, it's got the same foot-pounds of torque,
yeah,
but it's a little less snappier on the delivery through the throttle.
Okay.
And I'm putting that down to the weight of it, but the weight is so far down forward that it's just so planted.
Nice.
I think you could be scraping your pegs and you wouldn't even have to move in your seat.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
So you're going to enjoy the ride back home then?
Yeah. Much more than you, I think.
Yeah, my back's a little bit stiff, but like I was saying earlier, the jacket is just destroying my ears.
So next week we'll be heading back up to Leeds to pick up a Honda VFR for Rich.
Yeah, I'm seriously thinking about one of those. I'd like to keep the GSXR, but I think at the end of the day, if someone offers me out of that contract, I'll probably do it.
Yeah.
And go for a more comfier ride, an all-round bike. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what deals are out there at the moment. And I wouldn't mind going up to Macclesfield actually, to the Superbike factory where you got your Fireblade.
Yeah.
Because that'd be a good. Probably want to stay overnight, I'd say.
Is Macclesfield further, or? Isn't Macclesfield like Manchester?
Yeah, I think it is.
We're past Manchester.
It's just further than the Alton Towers, because when we went to Alton Towers, we drove a little bit.
That's Staffordshire.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll probably see a pop up on the screen in a minute saying exactly where it is.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that'd be one for the cars at some point.
Definitely.
Again, a nice early start would be quite good for that. But yeah, we just finished off a lovely Burger King.
Can't beat a Burger King.
Nah, good old Burger King. They don't really get them in service stations now, don't you? Kind of disappeared off the main street. So yeah, we've just got a little bit of coffee and juice left. We'll get back on the bikes, and hopefully the weather improves pretty soon, because up here in the north it is vile. Yeah, down south, beautiful sunshine, 20 odd degrees. So we want to get down there as quick as possible really, and enjoy the nice weather before we have to go back to work after the end of the weekend. So right, we'll catch you shortly. So we're just south of Rugby now. We've got about 2 hours left to drive. The weather's improved a lot now. We probably haven't had rain for a good 30 minutes, which is quite nice. I think the whole way home now it's just going to be nice and dry. The weather down south is still sunny, so fingers crossed it holds up for the remainder of our journey. It's nice and warm, which is a bonus. Starting to think about taking the undergarment off, but we'll keep it on for the time being, probably till we get to our next services. We've got the A34 to take us all the way back down to the M3. Adam's new bike is going quite well. It looks nice. It's comfortable for him. No back issues. This jacket, I've had to put his rucker backpack on because the vibration from these flappy shoulders is just driving me insane. I just can't go more than 60 without getting a headache. The GSXR covered in bug splats as always. It is doing its job. It's keeping all the debris and all the crap off of me. So it's been a good ride. I would have liked to have got a bit more footage, but the weather's just not been on our side, so we've had to knock it on the head for the helmet cam and the bike cams. But hopefully by the time we get a little bit further south, we'll be able to pop some cameras on. We'll go for a little tour around Adam's bike. Right, so we finally made it back to our starting destination, site in Scotney Services, just outside of Winchester in Hampshire. And look at the weather. It's perfect again, lovely and warm. It's about 5 o'clock at night, 20 odd degrees, perfect. Completely different from up north. As soon as we hit that northern border, like Adam said earlier, the weather changed and it became the north. Right, so this is the Phaser FZ8. It's a cracking bike. Look at, I mean, the blue, absolutely pearlescent, lovely blue in your face. Got some nice stickers there, just setting it off, breaking that blue up slightly. The Akropovich exhaust, nice carbon fibre. That's one less thing he needs to do on the bike. Again, that sets the bike off really well. Got the pillion grab rails, pillion foot pegs. It is a really, really tidy bike. I think you can see from it, for the price you paid and the age of it, you couldn't ask for anything more really. It's a good, comfortable, all-round touring bike.
This is my new bike. It's a Yamaha Phaser 8. I changed this from a Triumph Street Triple R mainly because I need some protection at the front. Now I'm 6'2", and anything above this doesn't really get any protection, but it's sort of low down that you really need it. What I'll say about this is I was surprised, having had the previous version of the smaller version rather, the FZ6, is just how smooth the engine is. It is so buttery smooth. The gear changes are just positive there. It's just easy to ride. It's one of those bikes that inspires immediate confidence. If you're looking for your first big bike, I would say this is definitely a contender. The FZ6, I've not ridden an FZ1, but if you're looking for that middle of the road, you want to have some fun on it, you want to ride to work on it, then these types of bikes are definitely the bikes to consider. Literally the only thing I can think of that is not great about this is what I've seen all over the forums and all over the internet when I was researching this bike, and that is the seat. It is squashy to the point that when you're sat on it, it squashes down so much you're sat on the bolts that it's bolted to. But a gel pad will sort that out. Absolutely fantastic bike. Looking forward to getting all my bits and pieces on it, giving it a good clean, sorting out a couple of the rough patches. But what more could you ask for?
What we're going to do now is pretty much go our separate ways. We're done for the day. We're absolutely broken. The ride has been a good best part of nearly 500 miles. Yeah, 500 miles, 12 hours pretty much in the saddle. It has been a test of who can do the endurance, and we're both broken, absolutely destroyed. But it's been a good day out. That is his new bike, the Yamaha Phaser FZ8.
So the ride up to Leeds to go get Adam's new bike was extremely painful. It was okay for a couple of hours, but then it did get a bit difficult towards probably about the 4th hour. The sat-nav said that it was only going to take about 4.5 hours, but I think we ended up taking about 6 hours to get there, and I'm still on my way home now. And we left at about 1 o'clock. It's now 7 o'clock, so yeah, another 6 hours. It's been quite a long day. I'm absolutely shattered, but it has been a good day. I'm not going to complain too much, although I have realised that a GSXR sports bike is not ideal for going long distance. It is painful. It's not enjoyable. However, it's been emotional. It has been good.